Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Casey. I live in Australia and I'm 31 years old. I wanted to start sharing my testimony and my journey walking with Jesus so far as a new child of God. I got saved just under 2 years ago, so next month will be my 2-year anniversary finding Jesus. I was basically an agnostic or atheist my whole life. I'm not even really sure what I believed. I grew up my dad was a believer. He's passed away now, but my mum wasn't and still isn't. And so I didn't really have much exposure. I went to a Catholic school, but I didn't know anything about, I'd never heard the gospel or understood what it meant until 2 years ago. So it has been a whirlwind of 2 years that has just passed. Prior to finding Jesus, I was, as many people as many people are who find Jesus, it's crazy, was in the New Age movement. So I got really into like manifestation and crystals and psychic readings, tarot readings, all those things. And the deeper that I got into it, the worse my life became. And a little bit of a trigger warning if anyone's a minor on here or doesn't want to hear about the demonic realm. I started to hear demons while I was going to bed, and it got very, very scary, to which Jesus just transformed me out of. It was absolutely incredible. Because I had opened myself up to certain things, everything was it was getting worse and worse and worse. I remember saying to my husband, I was like, I don't care what it takes, I'm going to figure out what is wrong with me and how I can actually heal, because this is like nothing I'm trying is working. I was like, let me go get a psychic reading about, I didn't know that was the source of what was actually going on, amongst other things. Of course, we live in a fallen world. So I remember saying like, I will do anything it takes. Essentially what happened is I had been talking to a woman online for a different area in my life, and she had proved to be so knowledgeable and helpful for something that my husband and I were going through. And so I really trusted her, and I was scrolling on Facebook one day, and I remember just seeing someone posted in a group saying like, is it worth, I think it was going to do hypnosis or something. And this woman that I trusted, she commented on it, and she's very like to the point. And so she commented saying like, that is demonic, you'll be opening yourself up to certain things. You want to be, here's a group, New Age to Jesus or New Age to Christianity. And growing up, I had always thought that like religion, Christianity was evil. Like I had always been told that they were like, it was like a cult, they were really bad people. And so when I saw that, I like rolled my eyes and I showed my husband, and I was like, I thought that this woman was trustworthy, now she's recommending Christianity, like, are you joking? And then I had this thought in my mind, and I was like, well, you said you'll do whatever it takes, so why don't you try something different? Why don't you open yourself up to a new way of thinking or something new? Because everything you're doing is not working. So I clicked on the group and I asked a question in there. I didn't like what I read because it was very different to my mindset. But then after that, I just felt called, and I think I went on TikTok or YouTube, and I just started looking up New Age to Jesus, New Age to Christianity. And I spent like, I think a whole day just watching video after video after video. And then I think it was those videos where you see like proof that Jesus was God or proof that Jesus was real. And I don't even know exactly which video it was, but it was like God just opened my eyes in that moment to see him as Jesus as the truth. Overnight, like I remember leading up to this whole journey, I couldn't rest. No matter what I did, no matter what I tried, I physically could not rest. And then it was like the Wednesday after that Saturday that like, I don't know, the Holy Spirit just came into my heart, and I was just like, I just laid on the couch, and I had felt the most peace that I'd ever felt in my entire life. And it kind of felt like God was just holding me in his hand, just saying, please rest now. Like, you don't have to try, you don't have to strive so hard anymore. Please just rest. And it's like I could feel his heart in that. And I don't know about you, but when you think about when you're a little kid and the most at home you've ever felt, like when you're coming back from an outing and you get carried from the cart inside and you're so safe, like the feeling of being, and if you've found Jesus, you know what I'm talking about, but like that the feeling of God holding you surpasses that feeling of your earthly parents protecting you. It is, yeah, he's our home. So that started happening, and everyone, like my mom, everyone was like, what is going on? Casey's found Jesus. And I would always laugh at people who would say that. And then I understood. I was like, here's the way, the truth, the life. And then right after that, I was just on a high for Jesus, and it was like a honeymoon phase. My whole worldview got transformed, and everything started to make sense again. So that is my very brief testimony of how I came to Jesus 2 years ago. But I actually want to direct this channel, obviously, to be with walking with Jesus, but actually how I'm overcoming a specific mental health disorder that a lot of people I know are struggling with currently. Maybe you have voiced it, maybe you don't even know that it's like this is what it is, but I want to help people find freedom as Jesus is helping me find freedom, and that is OCD, so obsessive compulsive disorder. That's not our identity, but it is something some of us have to go through, and OCD/scrupulosity. So if that is you, if you are currently going through that, or maybe even just anxious thoughts, depressive thoughts, stick around, because I'm going to be sharing a lot of nuggets that he's been showing me along the way. So thanks for listening, and I pray that this helps someone in need.